The movie opens with a British officer who participated in the stag hunting competition arriving on the scene. Percy was the name of the officer, and the competition was set up in anticipation of the arrival of the king. A fantastic party was going to be held now that Percy had successfully hunted that stag and won the competition. Percy, who received an invitation as well, believed that by attending the party, he would be eligible for a sizable reward for winning the competition. As a result, he'll be able to provide for his family, which includes his wife and son. He was ignored when he arrived at the party late at night. He is then dispatched to the Royal Geographical Society in London. This was a society that conducted geographic research in the past. When he arrives, officers there inform him that a major conflict between two nations is about to start. There is a large Amazon forest in the middle of those two countries, and there is no clear border between them. We have been invited there by the British government to resolve this issue. The guards warn Percy that the Amazon forest is very dangerous because it is covered in the densest trees, and even the sun's rays cannot penetrate there. You will get many rewards if you come back after accomplishing this. He now decides to travel to the Amazon forest with his family, and he then goes about doing so. Percy had already begun his journey when he came across a man by the name of Henry while on board a ship. He was very knowledgeable about the forests of the Amazon, and he tells Percy that he would like to go with him because he also wants to finish this mission with him. He agrees, and they both enter the Amazon forests, but their difficulties increase as they go because the forest contains many dangerous and poisonous animals. They both eventually arrive at a tribe in the nearby forest, whose chief used to conduct trade there. He owned rubber plants and forced everyone into slavery. Percy explains to the chief the reason for his visit and says, "I want to complete my mission, and for that, I need support from you. Provide me with a man who could lead me." At this point, the chief gives him some of his men with a boat, and 2 horses along with some food. These people are now crossing the river, but doing so was not simple. They are also terrified after seeing a boat there with a dead man lying in it because they realize the journey ahead will not be easy. As night fell, they stopped at a location for the night and spent it there. Percy also finds his wife's letter, in which she claimed to have given birth to their second son at home. The chief's guide informs him that there is a gold city hidden behind the densest forest and that some travelers have also arrived looking for this city. Considering how stunning that city is, they never came back, and nobody knows what they went through. Percy does not believe the guide's words and disregards them after hearing them. They continued their journey in this manner, but the edible supplies they had were also running out. One of the companions' condition had deteriorated while the other companions were arguing over the last of the food. After a while, they reached their destination. Percy was so excited after reaching there because no one had reached there before them. They once believed that either the men of their tribe would kill them or the animals would hunt them. As soon as he arrives, Percy finishes his task and measures the entire area. Then he finds some stone pots there as well as some sculptures that have been made. Upon seeing this, he may have had some trouble believing that the legend of the Gold City was real. Given that he completed his mission, he returns to his hometown. A party had been arranged there in the happiness of the accomplishment of this mission. A biologist who was deeply interested in Percy's work was now encountered by Percy at that party. For this Percy's mission, a fantastic conference was organized, and many notable people as well as reporters were present. He shares with them all about his exciting journey and adds, "I also learned while I was there that there is a gold city. Due to the fact that such a city had disappeared 500 years prior, I now want to find the gold city." Everyone declares that Percy's story is a fabrication and that we don't believe in such tales. Percy reads a letter for them there which was written by a soldier. According to that soldier, we have arrived at an ancient ruin with plenty of gold and temples. The letter in question was based on facts and was discovered by Percy's wife in an old library. Following his reading of this, Percy made the decision to look for this gold city. That disappeared city is given the name the Lost City of Z by him. Once more, Percy is given the mission of the Amazon forest by Geographic Society officers. Now Percy's wife tells him, "I will also go with you at this time because I won't survive without you." They start arguing, and when Percy explains that there is a lot of threat, Percy's wife finally concedes. He and his companions had now arrived in the Amazon forest. In spite of the fact that Percy was fully aware of this, one of his companions prematurely lost his courage. Percy's companion's condition was about to deteriorate when he noticed the tribesman eating the human being after cooking him. At this point, Percy asks the tribe's chief for information about the gold city, but the chief replies, "We know nothing about this. There is another tribe when you move forward after crossing this river. That tribe may have little knowledge about the gold city." One of Percy's companions, who was in the worst condition, yearned to go home because he missed it. He was saying to Percy while sobbing, "I will lose my life here," and Percy was losing his temper with him. He sends him back while giving him some edible things and one of his horses. As the days went by in this manner, Percy began to experience food shortages as well. Then they arrive at an enigmatic location where he saw many strange things. But nothing could be seen around them, and the way was blocked as well. He and his companions are disappointed. Percy was thinking that after traveling a considerable distance, he was coming back empty-handed. He feels sad at the thought, but he has since returned to his city. Overjoyed, Percy returns to his family and calls the Geographical Society once more. He claims in the meeting that Percy, the companion who was adamant about going back, had left me in the forest to perish without food. He asks Percy to apologize and says, "Percy, accept that there is no gold city there." But Percy does not apologize and resigns from society and joins the army again. He had just joined the army when the war started, and it was during this conflict that he met a woman fortune teller. That woman says, "You want to search for something, and you know that you are close to your destination. If you keep searching, you will find that thing." Percy is once more filled with a burning desire to find that lost city, but he loses his sight due to a toxic gas during that war. Now the army chief promotes him to a high scale. His care is provided by Percy's wife, and he is now healthy again. Percy's son used to be upset with him because his father never took care of his family and always left them alone due to his busy work schedule. But now he also pardons his father, observing the condition of his father, and reconciliation is created between them. Percy had begun to live in the countryside, taking the grant from the army. Due to the existence of a city with gold, his tale gained widespread popularity. Armed with aircraft and troops, the Americans had arrived there. One more company offers Percy again. It assigns the same mission to him. Currently Percy was accompanied by members of the Geographical Society. Later it is discovered that his son was the one who had told the company. When Percy goes to meet his son, he gives him a necklace given by a tribe. The decision is made by Percy's son that he will not let his father leave by himself at this time. His son agrees with his mother on this, and she agrees as well. When Percy was setting out for his mission, then he shows a compass to that company's owner before departure. He promises to give him this compass in the event that he finds the lost city. Just understand that after getting this compass, I have discovered that lost city. 3 years into their journey, Percy and his son are attacked by tribesmen in the Amazonian forests. In the interim, Percy had also sent a letter to his wife, informing her that everything was all right. Once more encircled by the tribesmen, Percy and his son were then carried to their chief by one more tribesman. In the course of the evening, tribesmen take them to a location after he has told the chief everything about himself. They were forced to consume some liquid there, and they believed that they would both pass away after doing so. However, Percy was comfortable and gave his son advice by saying, "It's a big deal to get access here." After rendering them unconscious, tribal members carry both of them on their shoulders to a location. In this way, many years had passed since Percy and his son had vanished. Percy's wife is visible on the opposite side. She pays a visit to the businessman who had dispatched Percy and his son on their mission. Percy's wife says to him, "Continue to search for them, Percy and my son are alive, and I sense that they are living with tribesmen." The same compass that Percy's wife and Percy himself showed the owner before leaving is presented by Percy to the owner, who was sent a message by Percy. "If I discover the lost city of Z, I will return this compass to you at that time." The owner notices the compass when he starts looking for Percy, but he is never successful in finding either him or his son. This story had become an enigma as told to Percy by that guide. Even after years of searching, Percy and his son are still missing. Given that this story is based on true events, it has since grown mysterious. Thanks for watching and click on next movie recap displayed on the screen.